A question I get often is, how do I aim my shots in pickleball? It's a totally fair question, and the answer might surprise you because it has virtually nothing to do with how you set up your body, your stance, which way you step as you hit, and things of that nature. So what really matters when it comes to aiming your shots and hitting with accuracy? We're going to unpack that in today's video. I'm Nicole Havlicek. This is PrimeTime Pickleball. We've helped thousands of players play better pickleball, and we can help you play your best game too. Please subscribe to this channel. It'll help you get notified of new videos as they come out, and it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm to get this information out more broadly to more people. We really appreciate it. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Okay, let's have some fun with this. Here are two shots that I hit from near the baseline on the even side. I sent one cross court and I sent one down the line. Can you guess which is which? We'll even slow it down for you so that you can get a better look. All right, so what say you? Here's the answer. Down the line is on the left and cross court is on the right. So would you say these two shots look mostly similar, or are they very different? I'd say they look very similar. I mean, they're almost identical. Here are two other shots where I use a totally different stance as I hit the shot. Again, I sent the one on the left down the line and the one on the right cross court. The stance you use will impact how much you can rotate into the shot with your body, but it does not account for the aim. It's something else. Let's revisit the first two shots, since that would be my preferred stance because I can rotate my hips better out of this stance, as can you. Between these two shots, my stance is the same. My swing path is virtually the same. My rotation is also virtually the same. But this one crossed the baseline here, and this one crossed the baseline here. And since we know that it's 20 feet from sideline to sideline, just eyeballing the distance between where these two shots ended up, I'd say that's give or take 16 feet. So what did I do differently between this motion where I sent the ball down the line and this one where I sent the ball cross court? So the big thing that accounts for where the ball goes is where your paddle face is pointing at the time of contact with the ball. That's where the ball is headed. Let's freeze frame at the time of contact on these two shots. Notice that how on the shot on the left, the one that went down the line, the paddle edge is directly in line with the camera, and how on the right, the shot that went cross court, we can see the paddle face in the back. So here my paddle face is pointed down the line, and it's basically parallel with the baseline. And here my paddle face is pointed cross court. That's why those two shots went where they did. But how did this happen? Is my swing much different to produce these two shots that went to two different places? No, my swings are not that different, and it all comes down to swing timing. I swing in essentially the same way on both swings, and the difference is that I leave earlier and I meet this shot a little more out in front than I meet this one. I want to be clear that I'm not late on the down the line shot. In both cases, my contact point is still well in front of my body, but this one is a little more in front than that one. Let's break this down from the start of the motion through contact to see the minor yet important differences that occur in order to produce these two different shots. So through here, everything is still about the same, and then on the shot on the right, things start to get ahead of the shot on the left, starting right about here. The first time that we can clearly see that is at this point here. On the right, my arm is just starting to cross my body. There's no gap here, but on the left, there's still a gap. As we keep going, here we can see that my hand is now in line with my front knee, and here it is not in line yet. Here are the frames at contact from the quiz we saw before, and that's how my paddle ends up more in front on this side. I make my contact slightly later in my rotation here as opposed to here. and that allows me to have my paddle pointed cross court at the time of contact and send this one cross court. I meet this one just a tad bit earlier in my swing rotation. And that allows me to have my paddle basically parallel with the baseline, so it makes sense that this one goes down the line. I'm filming at a rate of 60 frames per second with these cameras, and to give you an idea of what that means, here's one frame, and then here's the next frame when shooting at this setting, which is a pretty common setting for this type of filming. So from here to there is 1/60th of a second. Now I was lucky that these two frames happened to capture the paddle face contacting the ball nearly perfectly. That doesn't happen on every shot. On some shots, one frame to the next shows the moment right before and then right after contact, but not contact itself. That means that the time the ball spends on your paddle at contact is less than 1/60th of a second. So a very, very, very small amount of time. Aiming is all about timing, and that's why pickleball can seem so hard when it comes to hitting the ball where you want it to go and hitting your target. The ball is only on the paddle for a fraction of a second, and a tiny, tiny difference happening here accounts for a big difference in where the ball goes. That's why you want, number one, to make sure you have clean mechanics on your strokes and strong and consistent contact points. So basically, I'm talking about solid technique, and that you're executing your strong technique on every shot, not one time this way and one time that way. Yes, have different types of shots for different reasons, like a slice versus a topspin shot has totally different mechanics, but for the same type of shot, get your motion dialed in so that it's largely similar. Then, once it's similar, you can go to work on your timing on that shot and get lots of reps in to dial in your timing so you can hit your shots exactly where you want them to go. The best players score very high in these two areas: strong mechanics and exceptional timing. I hope this video was helpful. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Then get out there and dial in your motion and your timing. We have tons of videos on the channel showing strong technique on all the different shots you'll want in order to play winning pickleball, so check those out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. As helpful as we think the tips we're sharing in today's video are, there's more to achieving success on the doubles court. Want a complete A to Z step-by-step blueprint for playing winning doubles pickleball? Check out our dominating doubles system today. Go to doublesystem.com to learn all about it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. For more pro player pickleball tips, techniques, strategies, and more on how to take your game to the next level, please visit primetimepickleball.com. You'll find a clickable direct link in the video description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, happy pickling. Much of this footage was captured at the Oakland Hills Tennis Club in Oakland, California. A big thank you to them for the use of their amazing facility.